Hi, this is Meghan Falcone.
Hi, this is Josh Brenner.
And Seth Brenner.
Dee.
Go Bayside.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi, Meg.
What's going on?
Meh.
Just meh?
Yeah, work, busy. Meh. Yeah.
What you have any? Okay,
You got a
tell
lot of
us.
broken bones?
Yeah, something gross happened.
It's just the winter. Everybody's sick. It's just
What do you see more of, flu or skiing injuries?
in Colorado. It's ski injury after ski injury after ski injury.
What's the
In
gnarliest one you've ever seen?
Ooh.
One guy absolutely mangled his leg to the point where you're just like bringing everybody around to look at it. It's like, you got to check this thing out. You
it's
got to
like
look at
facing
this.
the wrong direction kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bones sticking out
No.
of the ski gear.
Oh, God.
I mean,
What do you do? How do you get the ski gear off at that
I
point?
can't.
you knock them out briefly,
And then you're breaking shit while you're taking.
knock them out, cut everything off, take the boot off, put everything in the right direction,
Oh my God.
and then transfer him to the trauma center immediately.
For the trauma he's just experienced in the ER.
Yes, well, he won't remember that, but we certainly do.
Oh, God.
Wild.
I have such a hard time
no.
putting my boots on with my legs going in the right direction. I can't even imagine.
Taking those boots off when they're out cold is it's a trip. It's
But
wild.
You saw it off, right? Or you're
No,
just
no.
You're just using.
You knock them out, and then you get
I really am gonna pass out, maybe. I can't. When Meg hurt her thumb, I'd get so woozy, like just thinking about it.
Really, that's the best part is the storytelling.
For our listeners who don't know, during season 1, although I played it real cool, I did have a major hand injury.
You're making light of it. You almost lost your thumb.
I don't think she almost lost her thumb.
The ability to move her thumb.
Certain functions might have been were in
Seth
play.
Seth
saved
saved
my thumb.
Bending
I
Megan's ability to bend her thumb.
I cut my thumb tendon with a can opener.
Seth was staying with us, and he goes and he's like, "I could sew you up, but I don't have any anesthetic."
So I picked to
Old
go-
school.
And then he said, "I'll take you to my hospital."
Let's just go. We'll get this done. We'll get you. There will be no
But I
wait.
got a guy. He's at Hollywood Urgent Care, and he's done several rounds of stitches on me. So I just decided to go there, and that was mistake number 1.
No.
I guess
That
it
was mistake number 2.
two.
Actually, that was mistake number 3. Mistake number 1 was the accident, cutting your thumb.
Yeah.
It happens. Mistake number 2 is not listening to the emergency physician, board certified family/community medicine physician standing right next to you saying, "We need to examine this."
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't even let us drive you. You drove yourself to your
Yeah, that
holiday.
was crazy.
You see what he's like. He's going to pass out if he's driving.
Sure, I am a liability.
But
behind the
I
wheel in a
was
situation
just
like that.
fine, and I had a hospital with your name on it.
So look,
But
ready to go.
So I go to urgent care. He stitches me up. Cut to a week and a half later. I say to Seth, my stitches are healing, and it's really weird. I feel like I still can't bend my finger. So Seth takes my stitches out early and is like, you need to see a hand surgeon immediately.
And I had surgery like 24 hours later or something.
Yeah,
like that.
saved my tendon.
By the skin of your teeth. I mean, you were at
Right.
the tail end of safe
Yeah.
tendon repair surgery time.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you would not be flexing your thumb for ever.
We appreciate you being your personal
Our
caregiver.
concierge.
I got to pull my weight somehow around here. And free room and board, you get all the medical advice you want.
Well, you know what, guys? It
Oh.
might be time for
Relationship corner?
Relationship Corner.
I can't tell if I'm loving this segment or hating this segment. It's still new.
I think
so-
you're gonna really enjoy this week's.
Okay, great.
So we have a.
Do you want to just remind everyone that they can also submit to Relationship Corner if
Oh
they
yeah.
want to?
Why don't you take that?
Hey, folks listening out there. Has it been a long couple of days and you just want to send somebody a story about your life? Well, why not send it over to sethinthecitypodcast@gmail.com. That's sethinthecitypodcast@gmail.com. And send us a little story about relationships fails, relationship successes, dates, bumbles, and
You can send them as voicemails or as videos so we could actually feature your very own voice or your very own face.
or tell us that you would rather not because that makes you uncomfortable and we'll do it anyway.
Nailed
Nailed
it.
You could also reach out to us at Seth and the City Podcast on Instagram or on our TikTok, Seth and the City Podcast on TikTok. So anyways, this week's Relationship Corner.
Oh, man.
I'm going to keep this one anonymous just because it's juicy.
Oh, it's long.
It's
Look at all
long.
that text.
It's long. I'm going to paraphrase. I'm going to just give you the bullet points. I'm going to call our hero Cece.
Cece starts off by saying, I could write a novel, and then proceeds to
Write a
a
novel.
novel.
She went out on a date with the most beautiful Canadian man ever.
Ryan Reynolds?
She matches with him on, you guessed it, Bumble. They go on a date. She's chatting with him on the drive home. She's talking about buying a car. And this handsome Canadian mentions that, quote, we really liked that salesman. And he keeps using we us comments. Eventually she says, hold on, are you married? And he does this cute little giggle, and he says, what are you asking me? I said, did you stand up in front of family and friends and say you would love and cherish someone for the rest of your life? He said, yes, but we are in an open marriage.
Oh,
Let
boy.
me explain.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
So after a bottle of champagne, she agrees to be his girlfriend. The married, handsome
Wait,
Canadian
what?
man's girlfriend. She's like, it sounded perfect at the time.
He must be pretty charming, eh?
If him and Blake Lively can't get along, I don't know whose relationships can work.
Says sticking with us.
Okay, so it sounds like the wife travels a lot for work. So Cece was able to see this handsome Canadian go out to dinner whenever she was out of town. And there were 3 rules. 1, Cece could never meet the wife. 2, they couldn't exchange last names.
And 3, had to use Mint Mobile.
Okay, and I don't know what 3 is because I actually don't think she ever put it.
Okay.
Okay, so it goes on for some time.
Do we get an understanding of why this sounded perfect to her? She's just
She
like
said-
no strings,
No
kind
strings.
of fun.
It sounds like she was in a really fun phase of her life where she was sort of open to whatever, and this guy was a real catch. And so she was getting what she needed out of it. He was getting what he needed.
Did she leave her contact information?
Oh my gosh, it is so long.
Cece says, we saw each other fairly regularly for 5 months until I started seriously dating someone. 6 months into her new relationship, she breaks up with a new guy. So she circles back to the Canadian. She's like, what's up, bro? And he is more than happy to take her back.
Shocker.
But his wife now, not so interested.
They've closed. The open relationship is closed.
It turns out the last time they were together, his wife got home early from a business trip, and the Canadian said he couldn't come home because he already had plans to go hiking with Cece. So she sent a mean message to Cece saying, back off from my husband.
First of all, Cece, thank you for taking the time. I mean, you really put some effort into this story, and we appreciate it.
I still think she should write the novel here.
At this point, he had told Cece that he loved her. And Cece's like, nah, that's not what this is. So it's really, the wife is getting mad at Cece, but really it's the Canadian who's wanting more and more.
Uh-huh.
The wife said that if Cece was going to see the Canadian, they had to meet. So first time ever, wife and Cece meet up, and Cece realizes that the wife and Cece are the exact same person. So like when the wife was busy, the fine Canadian could just be with Cece. He ended up coming over and, quote, it led to exactly where you think it would lead.
Whoa.
Wow. Guys, we're like officially a real podcast now.
So, anyways,
Wow.
that's Relationship Corner. Met on Bumble, turned into something we all could have never guessed.
Wow. Wait, but okay, I'm confused.
I'm so confused.
Okay.
I have a couple of thoughts. One is, if they're the same person,
Yeah.
what is the Canadian getting?
He got exactly what he wanted eventually.
What?
He played it long, but he played it well.
Like what? Like dating? It's like dating twins, or
He-
what is not being met that, or it's just double the pleasure, double the fun.
I think
That's a
What
statement
it-
of the great mint and double
Is that
mint
it?
gum.
Double the pleasure, double the fun.
Yeah,
100%.
so crazy.
What aggressive
And it was
lyrics.
always like really beautiful twins.
always.
Yeah.
Like shockingly beautiful twins.
So weird.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Mm.
Let's not go back to the 80s, 90s.
What? Why
That's
not?
never left.
That's true. That's true. Does this
Well-
setup sound interesting to you, Seth?
I'm married and I'm gonna go out on a date?
No,
we-
you're Cece. You're
I'm
the...
Cece, so we're reversing it. I
Yeah.
match with Cece. No,
No,
I
you don't match with Cece. You are Cece.
Sorry, I match with the Canadian.
You match.
I match with
a
Ryan Reynolds.
beautiful
I just
Canadian.
matched with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Wait, I guess in this case I just matched with
Blake Lively.
no. Alanis Morissette.
Well, you shied away from your opportunity to be a side piece.
Can't. Yeah, no, not gonna happen. Not
Never,
gonna-
no chance. Never just.
This one ended up well.
Yeah.
I cannot. Everything I've heard from these relationships overwhelmingly do not. But I'm not gonna be sleeping with another man's wife. Separated on the way to divorce, sure.
You are so square.
It just feels icky.
Okay.
I feel like there's this thing in society that as soon as you have an engagement ring on, you get hit on a lot more.
Should I wear an engagement ring?
Did you play golf with Tim?
We're gonna do it next week. It's gonna happen.
Wow.
It's gonna happen.
The romance.
I need golf buddies.
Are you having trouble finding people to do a round with?
In LA, getting on a golf course is a pain in the freaking ass. It is so crowded and so packed. Singles, it's marginally better.
You have to identify as single when you play golf too.
Nice.
So sad.
Nice. They won't let you make an individual tee time as a single, but it's so much easier to book as a twosome. So you need a guy or a gal. You need a partner.
Wow, the whole universe is just shouting that it's time for you to find a partner.
A golf partner. Yes.
I just read an article about a travel writer or something. They were seated in a bulkhead seat on an airplane, and then the seat was like double booked or something, and then the flight attendant came over and was like, well, the other person is in a couple and they'd like to sit together. He then kind of sheepishly was like, oh, okay, I guess, fine. And was then subsequently very pissed off about it. Like, the world has to kowtow to a holy couple, and he's punished for being single. Do you ever feel like you're punished for being single in a world that caters to couples?
I would say quite the opposite.
Oh.
I think I know how to work the system pretty well as a single.
Oh, interesting.
Incredibly easier to get into sporting events as a single. Incredibly easy to get that upgrade on a flight or to get that individual seat.
Yeah.
But how sad to not have anyone to talk
Oh,
to.
well, I will talk someone's ear off. Don't
True.
worry.
You can find companionship and company in almost any situation.
I like to think so. I think I would do well in prison.
Weird.
So, did you go on any dates?
There it
this
is,
week?
guys.
Hold on, let me just quickly
Alright.
get rid of some points.
Oh boy, it's so meaningless and yet it hurts a lot.
Yeah.
It just stinks.
Yeah.
Guys,
Yes?
we got a bagel.
Oh, we got a bagel. It's a boy.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh my god, this is so exciting.
First bagel.
Oh my god.
Tell us everything.
We got a bagel. It's a date.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
all right,
what, describe you're on there for the 1 millionth time saying nothing. But what's the roll that's not a bagel?
A knish.
Kaiser roll?
No, Bialy. You're seeing exclusively Bialys. And then bam, there's a bagel. How did you know her when you saw her?
We'd actually matched years ago, pre-COVID, on either Bumble or maybe even Tinder at that point. It had been a long time.
Wow, okay.
But she didn't know that you were educated or serious until you joined Coffee Meets Bagel.
Great point, Meg.
Clearly what was going on. We had actually made it to text messaging a couple years before.
Okay.
So it had been a while.
Is that kind of like the new second base? You know, like you do
interesting.
app messaging, then you do text messaging, then you do FaceTime, then you meet in person.
Sure.
Okay.
Kind of like a good session at the batting cages. I don't know if you're on base yet.
Fair point. It's it's weird. Kids today don't even exchange phone numbers. Like teenagers, they don't exchange phone numbers.
How do you
They
know
just
this?
talk on apps.
They just communicate on apps. I work with a lot of teenagers.
DMs.
They
slide into each other's DMs, Megan.
They're talking on Insta or TikTok or Snap or whatever.
You are so hip and plugged in with the children.
Yeah, I work with a lot of kids.
How are you working with these children?
No, they're
He's
like
treating
they're
them.
patients.
He's treating them, and they're
Oh.
like dead ass. I'm like talking to this
Yo, bro, my bonus through my ski boot, dead ass. Can I real quick hit up my girlfriend on Lemonade?
Oh man, that was great. Okay, so how does it? So you reconnect. You
Reconnect, so
you
we
sent
se-
her. You didn't send her a flower because you won't pay for beans.
I tried. They got a.
It's so confusing that beans convert to flowers.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah, it should be
composting.
seeds.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, so but now when you see her, do you know that you've matched before?
It took me a while, but she looked familiar. And then when we did exchange numbers and she was selling my phone, it totally made sense.
Okay.
Yeah. So really, it was pretty easy at that point. I think we probably matched maybe a month or two before COVID, and then that was just it.
Yeah, you can. I mean,
Yeah, that I should look back at the dates.
you
I can tell
were
you.
for our listeners. It was such a sad time, COVID, for Seth, because he was like everyone was like applauding him from their balconies, but also not wanting to stand in the elevator with him.
First of all, I never got the balcony applause. It's such bullshit. You see all these doctors and nurses going to work. I never got the pots and pans and the people never got
Wait,
that.
didn't I thought the mayor came and
God, that was really weird. But yes, and the
congratulated you and thanked you for your service, right?
he did.
But that's not a pot or a pan.
I wanted a pot and pan.
Okay.
All right. So you see her. You swipe. You're swiping. Yes, bagel. You connect. She says yes, and then you start chatting on Coffee Meets Bagel.
A few messages on Coffee Meets Bagel.
Anything of note? Do you want to share with us?
It was pretty boring. But
yeah.
good boring.
How do we find the messaging on the app itself? Like, did it disappear immediately, etc.?
So it gave you 5 or 7 days to message, and it gave you a warning. Hey, if
your bagel's
lose
going
your bagel.
stale.
And I actually lost a bagel.
Oh.
And it was like $1 to remessage her.
Wow,
and
so shitty.
And I paid the $1 to
Whoa!
Good job, Seth.
She did not reply.
Oh, expensive bagel.
CMB. That's
Wow.
not. Yeah,
It's not your favorite, but okay. But so we move it over to text.
we made it to text pretty quickly.
Nice.
And we're like, well, I mean, this is 5 years in the making, 4 years in the making. Let's.
Oh, so you both? She said, I think I remember, or you said.
Well, we had the text messages were still in each other. At least mine was.
Oh, it showed up.
That's crazy. You keep your text messages for so long.
I never delete my text messages.
Does your phone run so slowly?
Yes, terribly slowly. But so I can get a new one in April.
We have a family plan, the three of us.
Yeah. That's
We're
not
a
weird.
we're a family.
We're a family.
So what happens? You guys make the connection and
Pretty quickly, like let's just go. Let's meet up. Let's
wow.
have a date.
Did you feel pressure to get specifically a coffee?
No, did not feel that pressure.
No.
Did not feel that pressure.
That's
or
nice.
Or a bagel.
Well, he wouldn't eat a bagel, so.
Well, cheat day you might eat a bagel,
Yeah, that's
and
true.
we're gonna meet on a cheat day.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'm getting ready to leave on Monday morning. She works remotely, which is pretty cool. But
Okay.
but she's like, do you want to just go get a badass brunch?
Ooh, badass brunch.
That's what
Brunch.
she said.
Because I was leaving Monday morning.
No, I'm not worried about the schedule. I'm worried about the description of the brunch. She described it as a badass brunch.
I don't know. I just said it.
Oh, you just said
You
badass
said
brunch.
it.
It was a great brunch.
Well, no spoilies.
All right.
A badass brunch.
She said something like fantastic or fabulous. Maybe said fabulous brunch.
I don't think I would blink at fabulous brunch, but a badass
I
brunch
would
is
pause.
like badass brunch makes me feel like you go there on a motorcycle,
I feel like you're way overthinking
and
this
instead
one.
of like mimosas, it's like Jaeger and orange
Yes.
juice.
Oh God. Oh
And a
God.
fabulous brunch feels like you might be on a yacht.
No yacht.
We just have like eggs at home.
Josh.
I have just eggs specifically.
Yeah, which is a vegan alternative. We're not sponsored by anyone, but
Oh, I would love to be sponsored by the good people at Just Egg.
I would not enjoy being sponsored by Just Eggs.
Come on, it's delicious.
okay. So where's this badass brunch?
We went to the Rose in Venice.
I've never been
Oh.
there.
That's a.
Oh, I
That's
have
a.
been there.
That's a nice or normal
nice
brunch.
space.
I wouldn't call it badass.
It was great. It was a badass brunch. Getting like day drunk and day drinking.
No spoilies. Time out.
It's
Back
brunch.
up.
We met at noon.
I know, but I didn't know you got
We
drunk.
don't know
What-
anything
what
yet.
are you? What's she
Yeah,
wearing?
how did
What's
you
your
find each
sparkometer?
other?
Sorry,
Did
my
you
bad.
hug?
No, sorry.
Do you remember the podcast?
Right, podcast.
Hello?
Yeah, dude. Of course, there was a hug.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Okay, well, yeah.
I wasn't wearing anything fancy. Jeans and
We don't
t-shirt.
care.
Shirt.
What is
Yeah,
she
what's she wearing?
Also, nothing too fancy. Jeans. Like a Lululemon sweater top.
Athleisure. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
looked really good. Looked really,
Okay.
really
Is
good.
she on the west side?
Yeah, which was very helpful.
So many points for Coffee Meets Bagel and Josh and Meghan.
Yeah, and Josh and Meghan.
And what was your initial sparkometer?
Looks exactly like her pictures. Very cute, very attractive. 4?
Okay.
I'm not sure how that went. What did you think? I'm reading his face. I wasn't sure it was a 4.
No, I thought it was a 4.
Okay.
I think that a 4 is very promising because I think if someone's like high 4s or even a 5,
It's too much.
it's not gonna be a good
It's too much.
situation.
She's too naked and
She's definitely gonna
she's in a
malfunction
bathtub.
at some
she's
point.
taking selfies in a bathtub.
Love a good selfie bathtub.
Okay, so where are you guys sitting? Indoor or outdoor?
Outdoor, but a little chilly, but it was like had the heaters going.
Okay.
It was really great.
Who strikes first on a cocktail, on a mimosa?
She goes, I don't know about you. I'm getting cocktails.
Oh.
Oh,
okay,
we
all
like
right.
her.
Great.
What day of the week is it?
This is Sunday.
Sunday. Sunday.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
She's starting the day off ready to go.
Okay.
So I got a Bloody Mary. She got a Bellini.
But you don't like tomatoes.
But I love Bloody Marys.
He loves ketchup, too. He's a weird, strange man.
Strange man.
Whoa.
You like a marinara, too, right?
Love a marinara. Love cooked tomatoes, roasted tomatoes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got to be really cooked or saucy.
But Bloody Mary is a surprise. That's a tomato beverage.
So good.
Okay.
But they're like spicy though. They're like super spiced up and amped up, and they put all the things in.
Badass.
It's a badass cocktail breakfast.
Yeah.
There you go.
Welcome to Rose Cafe for brunch.
Great times.
Okay, so things are getting boozy, and how's the conversation?
Really fun. She's super nice. She's from Pittsburgh, giant sports fan.
Oh my God.
What?
You love sports.
Yeah, you love sports.
I do. As it turns out, I'm a big sports guy.
Oh, is this gonna turn into a co-ed?
No, we don't. That's not going to be a problem.
How old is she?
36.
And what does she do?
She is in medical device sales. So another
Just
medical-
like Tim?
Just like Tim.
What?
different devices though.
Wait, Tim, your golf buddy, it was in medical device sales.
I had a feeling you would enjoy that. But there are multiple different devices here.
Well,
folks.
can you tell us the devices that both of them are selling, respectively?
Tim is an ortho device.
Okay.
And she's in cardiology device.
Anyone doing the mesh? Because that's serious business, right? Isn't the mesh, are there lawsuits?
No, meshes.
Nobody does mesh anymore. 'cause
Why
of
would
all
you
the
sell? Why would
lawsuits.
you sell meshes if it's lawsuits?
It's
Okay.
possible we have no idea what people in the world do.
I'm so scared
yes.
right now that Tim and this woman are gonna meet and fall in love because of their commonality.
Should we set them up?
No, hopefully you're in love with her.
I'm in love with
boy.
Tim.
Oh, Cece can explain to you how to have a trio.
And see, now we're finally off on a topic.
Okay, so conversation's good.
Conversation's good, easy to talk about. Everything medical. We talk about sports. I mean, this
Great.
really
Okay.
flowing really well.
Is your
Okay.
sparkometer increasing as the day goes on?
Great question.
It's holding steady. It's not going up or down. It's holding steady.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we order ton of food.
It gets super badass in there.
Again, yes.
Chicken
totally
and
get it.
waffles!
I don't love chicken and waffles. I don't love chicken and waffles. I don't get it.
Boysenberry French toast.
Warmer, getting warmer. We did have that giant piece of challah French toast. I think it was challah. I mean,
Pumpkin spice waffle.
Is she Jewish?
half Jewish, yeah.
Coffee Meets Bagel.
Bagel.
Where's
Yeah.
it at?
Really having a great time. We get a bunch of things on the menu. Waiter super nice.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, of course.
Always name the waiter Tim, but we've sort of burned Tim now.
Well,
because
Tim's locked in, yeah. So we got.
Tim is not.
We're gonna need another name for the waiters.
Changes the men's names to protect their identity, too.
When you are eating carbs, do you have a more positive feeling about the woman, or do you have a more negative because you're feeling like bloated because it's your cheat day?
No change on that one.
Okay. And does she eat well?
It seemed like it. We ate a lot of food. I mean,
Good.
we were getting like miserably uncomfortable. Yeah.
Wow,
That's what I'm
badass.
talking about, though. Does
But
that
like
not
in like a fun way. Like it was like we were just
like miserably fun.
yeah, just like
Like marriage.
right.
All right, let's get back to it.
Okay, so how tipsy are you guys getting? Are you doing another round?
I got another Bloody Mary. She definitely had a couple more. I think she definitely switched to mimosas
Okay.
because it was like the special. It was like $15 or $20 bottomless mimosa.
Oh.
So she was excited.
Very responsible. She's fiscally responsible.
Clearly. So we were there for like 2.5 hours.
Wow,
it was
that's a
not.
brunch.
It was not crowded at all,
Okay.
which was nice. That restaurant is huge.
Yeah.
It's a really cool place. I want to go back there for dinner.
I'll
It's
go
really-
back. We'll go back.
I mean, it's on the west side, so probably we won't. But yeah,
Yeah, how many times have you been to the West Side since I've been here?
not that
Not
many.
enough. Not enough.
No.
So things are winding down.
Things are winding down. I mean, we've been there a couple hours.
Yeah.
I do have to leave town the next day, so
Honk honk.
No Hong Kong.
Oh.
What?
What do you mean what? It's the middle of the day.
It's been so long since we've had a good Hong Kong.
I know it's hard.
Are you talking about me or you guys?
We've
No,
never
we're
had
not-
one.
So, get the check. She offers to pay, which was incredibly nice. Then she offered to go split.
But did you accept it?
No, she offered to go Splitsville. I said absolutely not.
Okay.
She goes, I can expense this.
Oh,
it's changed
oh
your
because
tune?
you're a doctor.
I thought about it for a second. I was like, no.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got this.
This girl seems like she could be really great.
She really could be.
So after the bill split, where are you going? Did she drive, or how drunk are you?
I Ubered.
Okay.
She drove.
Okay.
She offered to give me a ride home.
Oh,
Whoa.
Hong Kong.
What's her car like?
She's got a company car.
Wow.
Oh, really?
And it's full of just every possible, just Medtronic and Stryker and every possible pharmaceutical device thing you could ever possibly imagine.
So weird. Stress balls? Did you get a stress ball?
No, what if she had a stress ball in there?
Wait, so the ride home. That's interesting. That feels like a green flag.
Green flag. So get in the car. Adventure getting home.
Uh-oh.
Why?
She's too buzzy?
She's buzzy.
Oh!
Maybe
what's happening?
maybe
Like she's not
just,
paying attention.
maybe
or-
she's just a bad driver, but she was
a little swervy.
just moving all through all through the
yikes.
it was interesting, and she was moving fast.
Oh my!
And we're in Venice; those roads are tiny.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I
She
can't
is
even-
like, I mean, it's like she's going through the neighborhood. We finally get to Lincoln, and I just like exhale because there's like at least room to operate here. But this was
Is it because she's talking, like as she's driving? Are you chatting?
all the things.
Yeah.
All the things. She's playing with the radio. She's
Yeah.
playing with this
Oh,
thing.
wow.
I
She's
love
doing.
her. She's fun.
This is not fun. This was a little bit.
Listen, that's sometimes that's what happens after a badass brunch.
Yeah.
Not sometimes. Every time.
We wouldn't know.
Yeah,
We've
yeah, we
never
never
had
had a badass
one.
brunch.
In her defense, like, you watched her get drunk and then you accepted a ride from her.
I'm not claiming myself innocent here.
All right, so did you make it home safe?
Here I am. So made it home safe, no problem.
You invited
Okay.
her up?
Yeah. What's the?
It's the middle of the day.
That's a perfect
No, little. I
time.
think Aline. I actually think, in terms of non-threatening
Yeah.
hookup initiations, daytime is kind of like.
No.
Like, yes, all the lights are on, so it's not super steamy, but like,
Unless it is.
but I've seen everything. But that's a Patrick Stewart thing. I feel like it's like nobody's scared when it's daylight.
Yeah, but you're not.
Are you scared when we hook up?
I'm saying Seth's always worried about being too aggressive. And I think the daylight makes it like all a little bit more innocent.
I think it's good to hook up in the day. It's good to hook up in the night. It's good to hook up in the morning.
Oh,
There's
nobody
not.
cares
There's
about
not. There's
life,
not
that's
gonna be.
fine.
There's not gonna be a daytime makeout session here.
Why? Okay.
It's not. It's
It's
first.
not.
It's a first date.
Well,
Again,
then-
you also have to play the room and feel. Take the temperature of the room.
But that's my point, is because it's daytime, like, it's very safe. It's
no
all very.
one has any idea what your point is, and we've like.
If you
we're-
could write in, if anyone has any idea what my point is, if you could please write in to SethInTheCityPodcast@gmail.com and let me know that it makes sense.
Okay, so she pulls up outside your building, and what happens?
I'm gone for the next 10 days. Let's definitely do this again.
Okay, do you hug?
Hug. Yeah, she's bubbly about it. Yes, super fun. Let's definitely do this again.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
All right.
All right. Yeah. So she drops me off. I pass out on the couch, which is there anything better than a badass Sunday after brunch nap?
Yeah, there
Badass
is
nap.
a badass hookup after brunch.
Can't.
It's daylight.
What does it mean? I gotta get off the daylight.
I have no idea what Josh is saying, but I do think that if you ask someone up during the day, it's not automatically perceived to be a hookup.
That's what I'm saying.
I think-
No, why didn't you just say that?
But all of it, it's like if you give like a kiss, it's much more innocent
I
in the day.
think-
It's all very innocent.
No, if you're asking a woman up to your place after you've been on a date, it's definitive. You're not asking, hey, you want to watch some Steelers on the couch?
Yes, it's exactly what
Good,
you
that
do.
is what
It's
you could
football
say.
Sunday. Come on up, we'll watch a little football.
Or like I
don't-
noticed you were swerving everywhere. You want to come up and like drink some water and hang
Yeah.
out?
Oh,
That's
would've-
interesting,
okay,
too.
that could have gone that route. Yes, it could have gone that.
So what happens then?
She texted me when we got home. Had a great time. Have a good trip. Let's reconnect when we get back.
Okay.
Great.
That's where we are.
Wait.
We're in the midst.
Wait, but when did you get back from your trip?
Yesterday.
So this is you're just
You
back.
haven't made plans yet?
Not yet. But it feels like it's gonna happen.
What is it? What is he? He's being very coy.
I don't know. I
What
can't
is
find
this?
it.
What's he doing?
Do it now.
Do what now?
Text her.
Text her right now?
Yeah.
No, we're not live texting.
Wait,
Why?
let's do a little live
Text
texting.
Live texting?
Yeah.
Sam thinks we should text now. Producer Sam thinks we should text now.
Let's see what happens.
I'm so excited. I'm so nervous.
Not as nervous
Okay.
as Seth is.
Okay. Okay. Text sent.
What did you say?
What did you say?
Hey, what are you doing? DOIN. Question mark. Question mark. Question mark.
Doing. What are you
What?
doing? What are you doing?
What?
Wait, have you been in touch prior?
Yes, we've been texting back and forth.
So now you just said, what are you doing?
Yeah.
That's one of the worst texts I've ever heard in my life.
Meg, I've had multiple people reach out to me about some of your text messages and opening lines. They were not impressed.
Well,
Reach out to
beg
you.
to differ.
That's the ones
Hey, what are you doing?
Doing.
Doing.
Not great.
You're not going to get a second date, sorry to tell you.
We've been texting. We'll hopefully make
There
plans.
will be no double the pleasure.
We're
for
hoping
you.
to make plans for later in the week.
All right, well, you'll have to let us know.
I will.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Anything else to share? That's it?
That's a good first date.
You're right. You're right.
Why are you giving me shit? That was a really good first date.
I don't know why we're giving you shit.
Well, that's the show. The show is you giving me shit.
I guess that's right.
There's just something cagey here.
I'm always cagey.
Yeah, that's true.
Holding back, he's hiding.
But what I can't decide.
Well, won't he be the relationship corner?
I thought you'd be excited about this. We have a solid prospect, a good first date, and hopefully more dates.
We are excited. Hey, what you doing is just really throwing us for a loop.
You want me to edit it to add the G? Just, hey, what are you doing?
Don't edit it.
I think that
My
would be,
God.
what are you doing?
It's doing. It's doing.
But you don't speak
That's
that
interesting.
way.
Wait, that's a good question about edited text.
What's wrong with edited text? Oh, this is interesting.
I always read the pre-edit.
Of course, but then you can go back and make your spelling
Wait,
correction.
you can read the edit? How do you do that?
Oh, no!
How do you do that? How do you see what the edit was? I genuinely don't know.